Hi Pisces. You might be feeling like your life is out of your own hands, that changes are happening very quickly or maybe suddenly, unexpectedly, and you're feeling like your own life is getting out of any decisions you could be making, or that it's not even up to you anymore. And perhaps you've never felt as much in that way, where truly it could feel like you're no longer the driver. You're no longer the driver of your life. And it can be felt like a very scary moment. Some of you might be going through a dark night of the soul. We have dark night of the soul here. Light brings new meaning, number 11. And so there could be a latent depression or sadness, or just because there's so much instability and not feeling like you have a hold on anything, that you're kind of pushed here, pushed there, and feeling truly out of yourself. And that might not be that bad, Pisces. I know that it can be feeling like, seriously, what is going on? And am I truly in the right place with the right people? And you might be thinking a lot and perhaps too much. But here we are seeing that there's a desire to change. And only because there is this dark night of the soul, because you're so out of control. That's what it is. There's so no control possible that you could feel useless, or you could feel no longer on purpose. But here, what is happening actually is that you are touching upon your deepest shadows. You have here, illuminate the shadow. Focus on a solution. So there is a solution, but all over your spread here, it's talking about the fact that this choice, this decision that needs to be taken, cannot be taken in a stressful state, or a depressed state. So there's first a need to come back to the essence of what is your joy, listening to your heart within. And from there, which that is the meditation, from there the insights come, the clarity comes. Okay, so I'm going to show you here what they were saying. You get stress that comes from having many things happening at once. That's also the case. You just have so many things. Maybe you're moving. You do have the relocating card, 6 of Sword energy. But all of it is showing that you're going towards your freedom. Actually, you're going towards happier moments, a happier life, and more tranquil. We had also the theme of peace that came through a lot. So there's a definite need here from all that stress, to come back to a state where truly there is just stillness, nothing happening, no one feeling, no one thinking. And from that paradoxical stance, everything will start clarifying. I promise. We're all going through it. Me too. You have successful multitasking, so they're saying you can do it. There's many things, but you can actually get through it, Pisces. Sudden events or changes. That's from the fairies. Now here, you have no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. You could be feeling really powerless, very vulnerable at this time, very fragile. And that is not bad. Again, Pisces, just embrace that moment. Just embrace, know that it's not forever. Everything comes and goes. It is not your permanent state, right? Now you have, your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options here. So that's when you have so many different opportunities, maybe different places you could go, different people you could be with, different projects going on at the same time, and feeling perhaps stressed out when it comes to your material situation at this time. So just a lot going on. But in all of that preoccupation, we have to come back to this walking in beauty, Pisces. Look at that. Walking in beauty. What does that mean for you? Do you feel that? Do you feel that card? I want you to see it more closely. Look at it and feel it from within. It is not a concept. It is not logical. It is a feeling. And this warmth, this new beginning that is taking place for you, as scary as it is, you are diving so deeply in the shadow and the darkness in your own, perhaps last, but we always have a little bit left, dark attachment, fear, codependency, very much about your emotional depth that is rising from at the surface right now, your inner child, and we'll get to it just after that. But look, tribal spirit dancer, this is finding your dance. It's finding how you move in this life. It's finding, you know, when you're dancing, there's just like a careless, a free kind of just being, right? Your body is moving and you're just here. And beyond all of the logical responsibility and trying to figure everything out, when there's really, truly, it's not in this moment possible to figure anything out. So finding this joy that from this peace, from within and with other people, where you don't get into the fiery, aggressive anger that can arise with Aries, you know, a lower frequency of Aries, where you're able to rise to the transcendental fire. You know, there's a fire that burns, and you know, there's the flame that is like really red like this, very like orange like, and then you have like the blue flame. And that blue flame is this a bit colder, but it burns even more. But there's this tranquility that comes from that peace, that comes from that blue color, that actually, by the way, is a throat chakra. So that is your power of truth. Look, you got truth here. If you follow your truth that is in your heart, nowhere else, you get to this happiness, right? So it's just about recentering yourself at this time, not losing track, is right there, losing track of your vision. And making sure that you don't let anything or any situation, we have another rainbow here, so 2 rainbows today, get in the way of your song, the song of the wild. We also have this card that came through, the song of the siren here, the call, summoning voice to acknowledge. So acknowledging your power, acknowledging your beauty, acknowledging who you are, regardless of external circumstances, whatever is going on. There is always this truth within you, whether you don't have time right now to maybe perhaps focus on that so much. Just make sure that you keep it within you, that you focus, that you feel this spark of love, of joy, of just knowing who you are. Maybe you don't have to do anything right now, you just need to be settled in this being, because there's so much emotion digging here happening. And remember, it's because we have the collective South Node in the Scorpionic energy, which has to do with shamanic diving, deep, right? And that's really a retrieval of the soul. It's re-putting the pieces together where you realign yourself truly with who you are. And sometimes we do feel like, oh, I am who I am. I'm doing what, you know, but sometimes, you know, life guides you in different ways, and it can push you, pull you, and finally, if you only trust that there's a reason for everything, That means don't start to suddenly try to escape or be impulsive. We have this energy very prominent this month with Aries, okay? So this impulsive kind of, I'm gonna change that, I'm gonna, you know, separate, you know, from this relationship, or I'm gonna, because I don't know who I am or what I am or where I should be. You know, try to not be extreme in that, and find more peace and tranquility, and know that the storm will pass, right? The storm always passes. Now here you do have the inner child that I was talking about. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within. Look, you got this card, beauty, as well. A lot of synchronicities in this reading today. Grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. The alignment of who you are internally and how you express that externally. How people see you. But it's not about being concerned about how they see you. It's about how you express and manifest who you are internally. And it is this energy, this life that you feel from your bones. It's, you know, this frequency that is much higher. Maybe you can start feeling it in my energy right now. Perhaps when I started I was a bit more down, right? And now it's coming through because I'm focused. I'm with you guys. We are connected. And so this inner child needs to be embraced. This sadness that you're feeling right now, this unsettledness needs to be felt. And especially if you're feeling also other people that you care about around you that are also going through this transition, because all this is collective, right? So we cannot dismiss that also. What we're feeling sometimes is not just personal, it also has to do with the collective, with other people. So we live in a world where a formula exists for everything. Yet love and creativity have no formula. Yeah, there's no, how do you say, plan or how to do things. You know, there's no recipe, truly, because we're all unique. Life is always transforming itself. So it is very unsettling anyway. But right now, it's a definite, a lot is being turned around, wounds are being, you know, cut through again. It could be a mess for some of us. But they say they do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. So there's nothing to learn, no information. It's not in the mind. It's about nurturing here, nurturing, embracing. Regularly set aside some time to just play, right? To just play, not taking things so serious, not trying to figure your whole life right now, Pisces. You have here encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. You might be sometimes feeling like, you know, perhaps, why is this person loving me, and do they even feel my love? You know, you might be feeling very detached, you might be feeling very remote or like separated. There could be this sense right now of indifference. It's a very strange time, truly very strange. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. So if you have, you know, all those doubts or insecurities about relationships and it's coming through here, just remember that if you can feel the love within, that means that you are love itself. And so if you're love itself, love is being felt and it will come to you. So in an impersonal way, this is what needs to be nurtured at all times. Whatever is happening around you, whatever trigger, whatever lack of love you might be feeling, you need to nurture the love within you and not expect it from anyone. And you will see the magic, how magically, actually, you will see gestures of love coming to you because you are it. And in an egoless way, you also give because you are just shining the spark of love and life. Trust and continue your loving work. So if you're feeling like all the love that you're giving is not coming back to you, or that everybody around you is really more egoic, remember, Pisces, you are the last sign of the zodiac. I cannot say it enough and repeat it enough, that we are kind of at the end of the cycle, right? Maybe perhaps for some of us, we are maybe in our last, incarnation, and then we go. And that comes with a lot of responsibilities, because we've been through so many lessons already that it has made us and shaped us into this very compassionate, empathic being that is Pisces. And so sometimes we do care too much. Look, you have Queen of Summer here, loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others perhaps too much, in parentheses. So that's important, is that because we have learned so much and we have felt so deeply, Pisces, and that's the hard part for us, that when we see others that are just, for them things, they don't, triggers are not that important, or they don't feel that deeply, or they're sad for a moment, and then, it's just another moment. Maybe they're experiencing different relationships, maybe they're not settled into profound, true, and pure love, and so that triggers you, that hurts you, because you're so pure. Your heart is pure, Pisces. And so all of those things are triggers, but you have to remember that beyond the personal situation you're going through, all of this is just due to the fact that all of the other people, signs and energies, perhaps are starting to learn. Maybe it's their first incarnations and they don't really know, they are in ignorance, and so they need to also learn their lessons. So you cannot be too controlling and or feel too much personally, react, when you should know by now, and you will know now, that there needs to be compassion and space created. You have here clear and activate, create sacred space, because those people perhaps are like babies learning. And so why would you expect a kid to know things that they haven't experienced yet, right? So it's not to put ourselves, Pisces, up there, in a hierarchy, in an egoic way. It's just to remember that perhaps we have learned those things that other people haven't learned. And so if we put ourselves in their shoes, we can perhaps create space between our reaction to their action, right? So we need to just remember to stay in this tranquil, peaceful state where we can have clear insight and vision, and not come back to a level that we have passed already, right? So always remaining wiser, the leader. And that's what we call when we say you need to take that leadership role that came through also in the pre-shuffle, is exactly that, is to you remain wise while everything else is going on, and also while all the emotions you're feeling are going on, but you stay the wise one. You have here, lighten your load. Lighten your load, Pisces. If you're taking care of someone too much, there's a need here to, again, recenter. Here, conflict. Yes, we are going through that. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed, right? You're torn between what you think is the right thing to do, so again, from the mental, logical space, and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. So yeah, there's a stress coming through. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should, right? That's really important. So it's not about what other people think about your decision, whatever decision you need to make right now. It's not about anyone around you, or what is moral, or whatever. All those, anyway, are constructs and conditioning of society, of a human. They are not transcendental, so they don't mean anything. They are just an illusion passing, because the truth is, at the end of the day, there is nothing there. All of those, you should do this, or you should be like this, or all of that comes from this childhood where we have, and that's where the conflict lies, where we are still telling ourselves those things that have been told to us. And even though the parents are not there anymore, we still have this judgment, this criticism that comes, this limitation that comes. And so here again, they're saying, get out of that cage. Look, freedom. Once you get out of that cage and you only listen to your truth, like we saw before, your truth, blessings in these new beginnings arise. And we do see, Pisces, financial health. You have here 2 cards that are saying a windfall of money, advice or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. So whatever you're thinking of doing and you're having this self-doubt, this vulnerability, you need to shift that. You need to re-empower yourself at this time. Channel your knowledge. You have so much knowledge and you're doubting it, you're procrastinating, and you're not putting it on paper. Stop thinking about it. Do it, do it, do it. Critical judgment. Channel your knowledge. Here, it's calling again to our fragility right now. Curls, wisdom, colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. So yeah, perhaps, yeah, you have those visions, those ideas that you want to put into manifestation. Maybe you're not getting money out of it. But again, they're saying here, don't focus on that. Don't focus on that. It might take more time, to be materially working. But here, what is important is that you truly love what you do. You love every moment of your life. Remember the song of the wild? Be the wild you. Don't let anybody restrict you. You have here a guide. 2 cards are coming again. So we have a lot of 222s coming through. You have spirit guide here. And you have guide. A guide, a mentor, a trustworthy ally. Someone could be helping you. It could be perhaps this video, it could be anything maybe you see on YouTube, sad songs, a teacher. It could be a person you don't really know so well that tells you one thing and it just, shocks you and brings you back to sanity, if you're feeling completely out of it, right? So a need here to come back to this peace. And from that peace, follow your passion. Because you have good luck on your side at this time, Pisces. You do. Look at this black cat. Especially when it comes to a home. Finding your home, your life purpose. Maybe it involves those 2. Maybe there is a home business that you're building. And it will take time, but patience is needed. Right? You could get insights through dreams. That's coming through channeling as well. Now, to finish, Pisces, there is an important emphasis here on a relationship. You have eternal union. New love is forming. Maybe in your particular relationship, things are shifting. We are all emotional beings, so there's always up and downs or differences. But at the core of it, there is a profound love here. You have the lovers, number 6. True love that is long-lasting. Choices made from the heart. So always following your heart. A return to good health. Right? So remember that stress will put you out of balance and it will bring illness. So we need to always come back to this alignment, to feeling the heart, because the heart has such power magnetically. The magnetic field of the heart is huge. And what you can send, the energy you can send from the heart, and you can feel the vibration, heal you and heal others also. It's truly electricity that you feel within your heart. And that comes only when you relax completely and when you're able to relax also your mind completely, right? And you just focus on your body. Your body has an intelligence that goes really truly sometimes beyond your own mind. And I would say, yes, if you're too much in overthinking right now, do trust more your body. Your body will simplify things. We'll come back to this Taurus energy with this, which is the North Node right now, which is what we want to go to from the overwhelm, emotional overwhelm of possessivity, control, and all that stuff from the Scorpionic energy of the South Node. We need to get to Taurus energy, which is the more stable Earth energy, tranquil, connects to nature, and that really finds beauty in simple things, small things, within yourself, but also around itself. It's also taking pleasure, really pleasure in what you're doing, with who you are with, finding what that is for you in your life, right? But they are definitely saying, Pisces, here that positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from travel times, traveling or relocating. So that is in your energetic field. And now here you have, set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. So this whole decision making, maybe perhaps let it go. Solutions that come from meditation, maybe from dreams as well. The need for more sleep or a vacation, right? So sometimes the answer is in letting go. The solution is in letting go, right? And finally here, unity, number 5, number of change. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Okay, so finding this unity between what was done before, what is done, and what your unique approach to things. And as well, in your decision making, when they say do the right thing for the right reason, it's like, don't remember that if you're overthinking, you can actually be in your own denial and not follow your heart. Your heart is where the clarity is found. If you are too much here, it's gonna be, you're gonna cut into details that perhaps don't make sense, and you're gonna perhaps take a decision that is not based on your true truth, your profound truth that comes from your heart. So that's what we mean here by the right thing, because there's no right or wrong, really, Pisces, but really what is your truth is what it is. And again, it's found in your heart. So don't close your heart because you don't want to feel the hurt right now. You don't want to feel the overwhelm. You don't want to feel out of control, because perhaps if you embrace that, if you embrace this energy, you might find the beauty in it, and where it takes you might be magical. It might be transcendental. It might be something that you've never imagined, and your life could actually happen. Okay, so remember, this moment is just a moment, and there'll be another moment, but don't expect anything from that future moment. Stay here. Okay, I love you, Pisces. Again, I want to thank all of you that donate. It touches me and it helps me so much in this journey, and I just love you. And thank you for being here, for subscribing, and for being present every single video. Take care. See you soon.